What's up, party people? It's Friday the 22nd of November. Welcome to The Good, The Bad and The Stupid. It's a podcast, it's a video, it's lots of little videos as well. If you want to check out, I don't know if you're listening on the podcast, but if you do, I don't say it too often, but there are videos on YouTube of the same thing, but also I take little snippets out of the podcast, I cut them down, little bite-sized chunks of little stories out of it that I think might be of interest to people. Check them out under the same name, The Good, The Bad and The Stupid, or GBS Clips. That's the shorter versions. I might actually start calling this GBS News, Good, The Bad and The Stupid News. I don't know why. I might do. It's just less of a mouthful. Also, it's less for me to type every time I'm bloody typing out these things on YouTube. Or maybe I'll just do it on YouTube. Who knows? You know, big changes like that, you know, need a bit of time to sort of bed in. It's not really much of a change. I don't think anyone would really give a shit, would they? But anyhow, it's Friday. I've said I was going to keep it short. I've already rambled on. So let's get cracking with what's going on. What's it called? Labour have done their manifesto, brought out their manifesto, and it's like a shopping basket full of Christmas treats, if you like, of all the things you could want for Christmas or in your life if you're fucking on the bottom end of the scale. My end, but it's got loads of good stuff for pay rises for teachers, nurses, doctors, firefighters, police. Then he's got the rail, mail, water, energy to be renationalised, and rise in pension age scrapped. Income tax hike for people who are earning over 80,000, and a new rate for the super rich, which will help pay for it all, apparently. Where's the bank holidays? I haven't checked it yet, but where's the bank holidays? That's the deal breaker. Where's the 4 extra bank holidays? And the what else was it? Oh fuck knows. There was other, you know, ridiculous ones. The deal breakers. I'm more focused in on them kind of things, but all the same, it's all good. But a lot of people don't like it. There was a guy on Question Time last night. Just the jerk on Question Time last night who was shouting, giving his shouting down, going, you lot are all liars and whatever. And then he turned out to be a guy earning over 80,000. And he said, I'm not in the top 5%, but you're going to tax me more. Apparently he's only going to get taxed about £10 a week more, or £10 a month more, something ridiculously small. So just made himself look a fucking idiot, to be fair. But you know, he's on 80 grand a fucking month, 80 grand a year. You can't just sit there screaming and abusing over a small amount of extra tax if you're on 80 grand a year. Nobody's going to be on your side. Doesn't matter who I or whoever anybody else supports. You know, you clearly support Conservative. I mean, that's pretty much as somebody said on a Facebook post, he's a poster boy for conservatism. But he's like, you know, nobody's going to be fucking, oh yeah, that guy, poor old fucking Gary there, on 80 grand a year, he's got to pay an extra little bit of tax because, because there's people sleeping in fucking, fucking in the streets even, but at food banks and all that, so people, they need to be helped. So Gary doesn't want to do it though, does he? Never mind. Anyhow, yeah, so that was quite... Well, he's probably feeling the backlash of that now, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody's going to be fucking going, oh, well done on that one, mate. You did fucking well there. A council has been slammed for its new festive decoration, a 16-foot skiing marmot, which is like a mouse or like a rodent. They're calling it a huge rodent, complete with earmuffs. It has no relevance to Christmas. So they're calling it Marmite because loads of people love it, and then there's loads of people who are going, what the fuck's this? It's like, what has a marmot got to do with Christmas? Marmots spend all year... Someone's even pointed out that marmots are never even seen in the Yuletide. They usually hibernate all winter. So, you know, what the hell? Have you got a bloody marmot? It's mad that somebody would just come up with that and go, I don't know, what about a marmot? Skiing marmot, there's a good idea. Oh yeah. No one would have thought of that. Well, you're fucking right, they wouldn't, because it's kind of random. And like I said, some people like it. Some people are saying, well, someone says, what has a mouse got to do with Christmas again? But somebody else said the children will love this. It looks good. It looks the business. He's an animal who's skiing. Well, you know, he looks like he's enjoying winter. He's got a scarf on. He's got earmuffs. He's got gloves, and he's got skis. Maybe he's a marmot who's just gone, oh, I can't be bothered to hibernate. I fancy. Why am I missing out on winter? Sleeping all for months. I want to get out and enjoy it with everybody else. So you know, maybe it could be the start of many. Somebody's got to be a bit of a revolutionary, haven't they, or a forward thinker and get the ball rolling. But 10 years down the line, we'll be laughing at this moment because there'll be Christmas marmots everywhere, and we'll all be going, "How did this happen?" And there'll be some person who did it. We don't know who did it, do we? I ain't got time to read it. Whoever did it will be the pioneer of Christmas decorations. Who knows what we'll have next year? We'll have Christmas monkeys next year, a Christmas orangutan, or something like that. That'd be quite cool. What we don't want is the baby Jesus. Mexico's church has installed a giant baby Jesus, which happens to be the spitting image of Phil Collins. Now, can you imagine? Could you imagine? You have to. It's a very hard one to picture, that, isn't it? It's because it's meant to be a baby, but Phil Collins is like. I mean, Phil Collins has never been. Obviously, he's been a baby once, but what I mean, you can only ever picture him as Phil Collins as a fucking man from about 40 onwards, isn't he? He's always looked about 40, even when he was 20 till 60. It must be about 60 odd now. He's always looked 40. So just imagine that picture of Phil Collins you get in your head. That's what that baby Jesus looks like. When he had his longish hair, when he was in Buster and things like that, and there's a bit of stubble. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? What happened to Phil Collins? Where did he go? Last thing I remember hearing about him was he divorced his wife on a fax machine, or on a fax. So that's a long time ago if people were still using faxes. Maybe there's a lot of thing coming through going, I'm fucking leaving you on a fax. oh, when love goes sour, you know, people fucking do all sorts of bloody ridiculous things. That's one of them. But I don't know what else after that. Oh no, it was it. Then he come back a couple of years ago. He come back a couple of few years ago. And his concert, I remember his concert sold out 15 seconds after they went on release. His tickets did. I didn't know he was that popular. I mean, he's done some good songs, but fucking 15 seconds, stadium tours and all that like stuff. No, it's all right. He was loving it, but you know, I guess there's like horses for courses, isn't it? Some people are still fucking. Must be that advert he did, the Cadbury's one with the gorilla. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. That must have been like playing in people's heads, because that was like always on the TV, when it's almost like fucking drilled into your head. That's like marketing for you. Everyone's like, why have I just bought fucking come back with 100 dairy milks again? And it's I can feel it coming. Comes on the TV again. Next thing you know, you're like, it's almost like hypnosis. You start tuning out again and again. Like, I went out for fucking toilet roll. I've come back with 30 dairy milks again. What's going on? I can feel it. And so it goes. That's how we're all programmed. So be careful out there. That TV is not there for your enjoyment. The TV is there for your money. Yeah. You mark my words. What we going? A Royal Navy veteran has been told to get a job. I fucking crazy these stories are. A Navy veteran was told to get a job after his leg was amputated. So there's the fucking the heart there of the work and pensions department, or the allowance or benefits or whatever. He's in a wheelchair with his leg wrapped up. I mean, he's literally just had his leg off. It's almost like fucking fresh. You can smell the blood even now. And he's been told he's got to have a what's it? He's got to go and get a job. It's probably like, you know, it gets ridiculous, because it probably is jobs that he could do, and they're probably going, well, you got your two hands there and your other leg, you can still work at a desk and all that kind of shit. Well, let the blood dry, let him stop fucking passing out with pain, give him a bit of a breather. You know what I mean? It's like, and he's a veteran then as well. How did he have his leg amputated? Was it related to the? I ain't got time to find out, but whether it was related to the army as well. So, you know, you're left to yourself by the end of it. And at the end of the day, it's always fucking each their own and every man for himself. These two did every man for themselves and came a bit unstuck. Two metal detectorists have been convicted of stealing £3 million worth of Viking hoard of coins, priceless jewellery. Basically, they found it. So, but finders keepers doesn't work with that kind of treasure, because Viking burial treasure belongs to the state, or belongs to the Queen, or belongs to the country. So they sold it themselves, and they've now been found to be well, it's illegal, so they're getting done and they're going to be sentenced. So that's a pisser, isn't it? Because I bet they sold that, because when you buy fine treasure, the government will give you money for it anyway, or the Treasury Department, whatever it is, Treasury Department, and you will get good money for it. Like, probably won't get the 3 million, but you might get half of it. And they sold it probably for next to nothing more than that. So that's a bad business move. But at the same time, you wouldn't know, would you? You'd just think, fucking nice one, and you take it down. If you're a bit of a wide boy or a market guy or something like that, you take it straight down to the pawnbrokers or something, smelting the gold or something like that. But anyway, there you go. That's a wound. They missed out there. They did well, and then I don't know how much they got it for, but the rest is uncovered, and whether they've had the money took off them, I'm not sure. But there's worse things in life, like the guy who in Thailand on holiday went to have a tattoo. Had a tattoo of "Where's Wally?" Where's Wally on the crack of his arse, on the top of the crack of his arse, as if he's coming out of the top of the crack of his arse. I don't want to say crack of his arse one more time, because I've said it too many times. So anyway, you get it. He's got a "Where's Wally?" popping out, and he said he didn't even know he had it until his friends told him the next day. That's how pissed he was. You got to be unhappy about that, and I mean that you got to be sort of punching yourself in the face for doing something so stupid. I mean, I would never want a stupid tattoo on my arse. I'd be straight to the removers to have that taken off, But it's no easy process, is it? You got to go and pay loads of dough then. So hopefully he'll probably keep it. Some people are like, "Oh no, I love it. Where's Wally on my arse?" Yeah, man, that's like fucking. And you got one, you square. But like, no. Get it removed, unless he's probably got loads. Has he got loads more all over him? Daffy Duck, fucking Inspector Clouseau coming out hanging off his bollocks or something like that. I don't know. Crazy, isn't it, when people get drunk? I don't think I've ever done. I've done lots of stupid things when I've been drunk. I was going to say, I don't think I've done loads of stupid things when I've been drunk. I haven't got time to talk about it now, but yeah, my friends would go, "What the fuck did you?" They would start pointing them out, and like, so I don't want to lie to you guys. I'm not a liar. I just bend the truth, bend it like flexible. My flexible friend. Liam Gallagher has warned fans to chill the fuck out after a woman was burned with a flare at one of his concerts. Who takes fucking flares to a concert? Where do people even get the flares? Everyone go, "Oh, I've got a Liam Gallagher concert coming up next week. Better get down to the marine store and see if we can fucking get some flares," because that's exactly what you want when you go to a concert, isn't it? And who's got flares knocking about? Surely that's illegal to own or have or whatever. If people like not getting checked on the door and stuff, it's like, it's just a ridiculous thing to take out with you, isn't it? There's only one thing that's going to happen when somebody sets off a flare: is people's going to get burnt. People are going to have their hair fucking burnt off, or the face, or shot in someone's face. It's like when you're in a concert, it's like close range, and it's like setting off a firework in the middle of a mosh pit. There's only one way that's going to end. That just shows us fucking dumbasses. There's "Where's Wally?" on your arse, and there's setting off a flare in somebody's face. If you're going to be the drunk, be the stupid drunk. Be the happy drunk who has "Where's Wally?", not the one who fucking gives somebody burns for life because you were trying to have a fucking Also, concerts when people throw piss around, you know, like when they go to the front of the concert and the fucking. If you ever see I've said this, I think I've said this before, but when you ever see a pint from the front of the crowd flying back over, or this, that way and the other, that ain't beer. That's fucking piss. Nobody's buying £5 pints and then throwing them over the fucking crowd when they're at the front of the queue, the front of the crowd, and they're miles away from the bar. You honestly think, miles away from the bar and miles away from the toilet, they're not fucking throwing their drink away, no way. And they're not going to walk into the toilet to have a piss. So if you ever get hit or feel that beer coming over your head, then I'm afraid you've just been pissed on. I remember once I bent down when I was at a concert, Stone Roses thing. I bent down to tie my shoelace, and fucking my mate was hit straight in the chest with a pint of piss. Fucking, that would have been right in my face had I not bent down. So I was like fucking counting my blessings then, and I just fucking done one then to the back. I just thought, I can't have this, because I was sober, I was driving, so I was not on the wavelength of fucking being pissed, having piss being chucked around. Anyhow, I've said piss a lot of times there as well. Let's crack on. 1 in 10 children think eggs are laid by cows. What school is that? Because that's just ridiculous. And 2 in 5 do not know chips come from potatoes. Well, I can give them that one, but fucking cows laying eggs, come on. Who's leaving them to they're just leaving them to their own devices there, aren't they? They obviously haven't how does loads of kids all think that? It's almost like the birds and the bees. You haven't told them the basics, the fucking chickens and the eggs. Surely that's bullshit. What else do they don't know? 3 in 10 are unaware tuna is a fish or pork comes from pigs. Half recognise trendy passion fruit, and 3/4 can tell. 3/4 can tell what an avocado is. So you've got 3/4 know what an avocado is, and 1 in 10 think eggs are laid by cows. Oh, it's only 1 in 10. That's just the fucking dumbass, isn't it? The Dumbo. There's always the Dumbo, or the one who has to have the D, or the one, not necessarily even that, just the one who I might have learning difficulties. We'll let him off. But if he's not, and he's just one who plays around or fucks around like. In fact, now I think it's more becoming the fact that people have difficulties, and when you were back at school and you had somebody who was just playing up and just a real pain in the arse. It was just somebody who was disruptive, wasn't it? But actually, as an adult, now you look at it and you go, oh, well, they've obviously got issues. So I'm not going to slag them too much. But when I was a kid at school, that was just a fucking nose who was always like, you know, fucking your stuff up or whatever, you know what I mean? Like ripping your pages out your book, or nicking your ruler and all, or, you know, smashing you on the head with the fucking, I don't know, smashing the desk down on your fingers, or mucking around anyway, you know. Crazy kids. But they were a laugh anyway. We had some funny ones in our class. Can't tell you what they used to get up to. It was fucking, they wouldn't like me to. Anyway, lack of sleep is the main reason why people on low incomes are more likely to suffer heart disease. Shit, I don't sleep a lot, and I'm definitely one of the two. Hopefully it's not heart disease, but well, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Lack of sleep. Is it the main reason? Why is it the main reason they're on low incomes? They might be on a load of money. There's lots of people who are on loads of dough, and that's because they work a lot and they don't get a lot of sleep. So it can go both ways. Not for me, unfortunately. I'm lack of sleep. I'm fucking very little money. Anyhow, it's not all about the money, is it? It's not all about the Benjamins. It's more about the fucking roof over your head most of the time. What else we got? I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to do a lock of. I'm going to try and keep it short today. A toilet seat, a shoehorn, and a tin opener are among the worst Christmas gifts. Who sent somebody a toilet seat for Christmas? Come on, that's got to be a joke, isn't it? That's got to be like, it's a good joke. It'd be like, I love to see the look on somebody's face when they got a toilet seat, but it's got to be like tongue in cheek at the least, isn't it? So what was the other one? A shoehorn and a tin opener. Yeah, nobody's windscreen wipers, a mop, and a bag of rice also came in for a grilling. It's better than nothing. Is it better than nothing? I don't think that's better than nothing, is it? A toilet seat. I think you'd rather have nothing. Like, especially if it was like they did it with like sincerity, as in like, you know, I thought you might. I know what you've always wanted. That one you've got is like disgusting, so I've got you a brand new one. So might have been a nice toilet seat. Might have been one of them ones that are like see-through, that be like the fishes and that in like a little aquarium toy suit. Not real fishes. That would be cruel. Imagine that, like fucking having somebody come and sit on you 3 or 5 times a day. That'd be horrible for the fish. Anyway, coming up to Christmas, there you go. Don't make it count. Don't buy something shit. I bought loads of shit presents. Don't take my advice. I've always left it till the last minute and then ran around, and when you run out of time, you just start going, oh, that'll do. It's not the way to do it, really. You know, you're just fucking grabbing things out the petrol station and that, going, wow, that, you know, a life-size, out-of-date Kinder Surprise Easter egg. Yeah, that'll do for a Christmas present. Okay, where are we going to go? Last couple. A lock of hair belonging to Bonnie Prince Charlie is to be sold at auction. The relic in a gold-mounted snuff box decorated with a portrait of the leader of the 1745 Jacobite rebellion in Scotland. Crazy, isn't it? Someone scalped him, have they? Is there loads of that about? How do they know it's from him? Do they like DNA it or whatever else? Maybe. If they don't, it's a good little bullshit, isn't it? Because you just got a little bit of grey hair. I go, this is, send it off to the auction. This is Bonnie Prince Charlie. All you need is somebody to fake the DNA thing, and they'll go, yeah, that's cool. Because half the time, when you think something's at auction, it's the story people buy, because it's a piece of hair. At the end of the day, if that piece of hair was anybody else's piece of hair, it's worth fuck all. It's worth nothing, zero, squat. It's the story, and obviously who it belonged to and what he was all about and all that. So, you know, make up a story is what I'm saying. Make up a good story. Find something. Say it belonged to fuck knows who. You know, make up a fucking good romantic story, and you'll be quids in. You know, I'm not telling you to be a fraud or anything, but fucking needs must, innit? You know what I mean? If you're a good gift of the gab, you're a bit of a bullshitter. You could do well at that. I've met some people who are. I met a guy who's a master painter, master fraudster painter. He blagged it for many years. Got caught in the end, but then he's got a book coming out on the back of that, and he's not stupid, but he loves it. He still likes to do it, even after, you know, even after going down. He does it more of a legal thing now because he's now notorious or infamous, if you like. So he gets sales on the back of that. So good on him. Right, last one I'm going to find. I'm going to finish on that one. 3 wealthy flat sharers are looking for lifestyle happiness. Are looking for a lifestyle happiness manager to wake them up because we don't like alarm clocks, and to make avocado on toast for breakfast. A £15 an hour job advertised on Gumtree by James listed tasks. The perfect candidate would carry out this in their central London pad. I mean, who the fuck? Don't do it. If that job is just literally a job where someone's taking the piss out of you. Only apply for that job if you're prepared to, while you're there, rob them, or, you know, literally be there, reverse the roles on them, where you're taking the piss out of them. You know, where you sort of fucking, oh yeah, you want me to go and do the shopping for you? Yeah, it came to £365. Yeah, that's right. But really, you've like been to Lidl or Aldi, it's 115. You're banking another 200, because they're obviously fools in their money, and they're just like trying to take the piss out of somebody. I mean, who can't make themselves avocado on toast, for fuck's sake? They just want somebody to boss about. So, if you're going to do it, apply for the job, be all smiles, walk in, and then start fucking taking names. You know what I mean? Taking money, taking little trinkets, little souvenirs, whatever. You know, start putting it all in the bank. So what is a £15 an hour job, or £350 a week, whatever it might be? You're actually sort of rolling it up to about £1,000, and they would probably look too stupid to notice. So anyway, that's my advice. Don't have to take it if you don't want. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you have a good weekend. See you later. See you next week. Bye-bye.